What is going on, fantastic people of the world? What an absolutely exciting and fantastic time to be alive if you're invested in the right digital assets. And quite honestly, the whole market is exploding. But those assets that have high grade utility, like XRP, XLM, HBAR, Cardano, XDC, are absolutely popping. Very, very exciting. I hope everyone is doing fantastic out there. You should be absolutely patting yourselves on the backs right now if you have been in this market, in this environment, through the ups and the severe downs. If you're an XRP owner, your portfolio right now has absolutely exploded. Quite honestly, if you're owning any of these, XLM is going off the charts as far as the returns on the last week. But again, we don't look at short-term pictures here on this channel. We look at the macro, the long picture. We're playing the long game. And it's very important that we stick with that strategy, because what you're experiencing right now, many of you, you're looking at that portfolio and you're watching those numbers go up, is fun, but we haven't even started the climb yet. Remember, everything is accelerating and we are moving at breakneck speeds now. We now have a Genius Act that's been passed, signed. Laws, ladies and gentlemen, as I've been speaking to for months, are the key, is the regulatory path, the roadway that is going to lead us to the climax and the pinnacle, the mountaintop of what we've been waiting for, because the institutions are just waiting to flood in. The Genius Act, done deal. We know the Clarity Act is moving back to the Senate. It's in the Senate. It's going to get remarked up. They're going to do what politicians do and get that law passed here very shortly. Probably by September is what I'm hearing. The evolution and the experience that we have been on, this is what we've been waiting for. Again, that door is opening and a flood of liquidity, of capital is going to pour in. If you are brand new, please welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the likes, it helps the algorithm. But if you are brand new, you are not too late to the game. The dance is just starting. And yes, XRP and all these other cryptos have exploded in price. But think long term, that long horizon. Having a conversation yesterday with someone and they feel like they got in too late. My comment was, we're not too late, just like to you, it's not too late. Just continue to DCA, because where these things are going to go in the future, we've seen it with Bitcoin. We've seen it with other crypto, but now with utility, the high grade blue chip cryptos are going to explode, and there is so much runway if you are patient. Many of you are going to sell too early. And we talk about exiting here on this channel. I'm going to exit some when I hit the right levels. But my mindset's continuously changing, you know. But honestly, my strategy's changing, because I've told you the horse, the stallion that I'm riding long term is XRP. So I may sell off some of the other cryptos, but you got to have that plan. But my point is you're not too late. We have to get this information out to as many folks as possible. That's why I ask for the likes and the subscribes and the shares and the comments. I want people to understand, because they still only hear about Bitcoin. I talk to folks every day that do not understand what digital assets are, and beyond that, don't understand where we are going with this industry, with this class, with regards to tokenization and all of the things that we've talked about that are to come. We just got to continue to get that word out It's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I am fired up today. Laws are going through. Other news out there. The proposal for the Minimous Tax Exemption for crypto. Now, I would love if President Trump would just do away with taxes in general, or go to a flat tax of 15%, whatever. I'm not an economist. I don't know what makes sense there. But if he do away with the taxes, because remember, we are becoming, in the US, he wants us to become the crypto capital of the world. And that is what is happening. We have the deepest liquidity, the largest financial markets in the world. And as we're becoming the crypto capital of the world, he's talking about a minimum tax exempt policy for crypto for certain amounts. So we got to look into the future. He's talking about so it can be used within the payment systems. And I don't know what the dollar amounts are going to come out and shake out and what they're going to be at the time of this video. But just think, $1,000, you could spend your crypto up to $1,000 without having the tax burden. That is further going to accelerate the utility of this space. Absolutely exciting. Can't wait to see what happens. Like I said, I wish it'd just do away with taxes on crypto in general, but we'll see. It's an evolution. It's a flywheel effect of things that are going on, and it's picking up an accelerating speed. The other thing that dropped out there, the EO on 401k accounts, and allowing financial planners, investors to invest in crypto with their 401ks. That is a huge, trillions of dollars we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the environment. Not only that, it gives people a capability to actually earn yield within their 401ks if they have a 401k, as compared to the traditional market where it's suppressed, manipulated, and you're only earning, if you're doing really well, 20%, 25% on a hot year, but then other years 8%. That up and down cycle. Yes, you're saving. I believe in saving. I just don't necessarily like 401ks, and I don't like being tied to the system. But absolutely huge to be able to have that capability, you know, similar to a Roth IRA with iTrustCapital, which I do like, because I already had a Roth and I moved it over from a traditional environment. And how do you think that Roth IRA is doing today? Doing pretty good. But we're always learning, always expanding our minds, exciting news out there. We see, we're having so much news come in. I mean, you know, it was crypto week, but we have so much continuous good news coming in. It's hard to wrap your mind around it and keep up with it all, which leads me to this. I don't know if any of you follow Dave Portnoy or you saw it out there on X. And again, if you're on X, please follow me. That's part of the socialization and trying to grow the community and getting the freaking word out to as many people that we resonate together with as possible. But Dave Portnoy came out and stated that a few days ago he sold his XRP. Now, a month and a half, the backstory with that, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, he had finally gotten into XRP and bought millions of it. And he sold about a week ago, all of it. Because why? He was listening to some advisor that didn't like XRP and thought it wasn't going to go anywhere. And he's out a large chunk of change right now. Those are the mistakes we don't want to make, and kind of what I was talking about in the video yesterday about those exits. You don't want to sell all of your crypto too early, for sure. You have to be smart in this environment, and we're going to walk through this journey together. I am learning continuously and talking to folks and just that are way smarter than I am about where this environment's going, about wealth, about strategies, about how to protect the capital. The long game is where it's at, folks. Please do not get so exhilarated in watching the markets and watching your portfolio. Remember, been there, done that. And you sell your assets too early. You have to have that game plan in front of us as we step in to this golden age, this environment that is going to bless so many folks, and therefore those folks will be able to bless other people. And that's what it's about. Absolutely excited. I hope everyone's doing great. We'll be back with more deep dives on other videos on staking our XRP. That one's coming. I'm in the Discord now for Firelight, learning, understanding the environment before I put out any content on that. But we're going to be here with more crypto content in this exciting world as we travel through this journey until someday, and you know what's coming, we're going to be on the most beautiful beaches of the world together, laughing, looking back at these times that we went through, and bringing as many folks together with us as we can to party. But with that, be safe, be smart, stay away from the scammers, and keep that mindset on positive lock. Zip is out.